Closure. It is one of those words that carries so much hope, especially after heartbreak. We picture it as this clean, healing moment sitting across from the person who hurt us. Finally hearing the truth, finally receiving the apology we deserve. In our minds, that moment feels like a door gently closing, leaving us free to walk away in peace. But when the person on the other side is a narcissist, that door never really closes. They do not give you that conversation, that apology, that neat ending. Instead, they leave you standing in a hallway, staring at doors they keep slamming and reopening, all to keep you waiting. And the hardest truth of all, waiting for them to hand you closure will keep you stuck right where they want, while they continue to move in, out of your life as they please. I am Zane, a relationship consultant and psychologist, and today, on STR TV, we're going to talk about what real closure with a narcissist actually looks like and why the only closure that will ever set you free will be the kind you create for yourself. Let's dive in deeply, my beloved ones. Number 1. Why they refuse to give closure. Narcissists do not end things like most people. Healthy endings involve acknowledgement, respect, and some level of honesty. But narcissists avoid all of that. They leave gaps, unanswered questions, confusing exits, not because they are careless, but because they know exactly what they are doing. For them, giving you closure would mean giving you peace. It would mean you might stop thinking about them, stop wondering about their motives, stop replaying the story in your head. They cannot bear that. Because as long as you are unsettled, as long as you are questioning, they still have a grip on your mind. Number 2, how they use closure as a weapon. Sometimes they will pretend to offer closure, but only as bait. It will say things like, "We should talk," or "I owe you an explanation," dangling the possibility of resolution just far enough to make you reach for it. But when you show up for that conversation, what you find is not closure, it is another performance. They rewrite history, twist the truth, or subtly blame you for everything that happened. And you walk away not with answers, but with more confusion, more self-doubt, and more of that ache that keeps you tethered to them. They do this because dangling closure keeps you coming back, hoping the next talk will finally make sense of it all. Number 3, why waiting for closure keeps you stuck. This is where so many people get caught. They wait. They wait for the apology that will never come, for the explanation that will finally make the pain make sense. But here's the hard truth. That moment is not coming, not from them. Waiting for closure from a narcissist is like standing in the rain, waiting for the storm to stop and apologize for getting you wet. It is not going to happen. And while you wait, you stay stuck in their shadow, holding your healing hostage to something they will never give. That waiting keeps you in their story when you should be writing your own. Number 4, what real closure actually looks like. Real closure does not come from their words, it comes from your decision. It is not a single moment of clarity, but a series of quiet, painful acceptances. Accepting that they may never admit what they did. Accepting that they may never say they are sorry. Accepting that they may not even see the harm they cause, or worse, that they simply do not care. And then choosing to move forward anyway. Real closure is when you stop waiting for them to give you what they never will, and instead, you give it to yourself. It is when you stop asking, "Why did they hurt me like that?" and start asking, "What do I need to heal from it?" Number 5, creating your own closure. Creating closure for yourself is one of the hardest and bravest things you will ever do. It means grieving the relationship you thought you had, instead of the one you actually had. It means letting go of questions that will never be answered and finding peace with the fact that they may never be capable of giving you the ending you deserve. It might look like writing the letter you will never send, saying out loud all the words they will never hear. It might look like therapy, journaling, leaning on friends who remind you who you really are. And slowly it shifts the power. The moment you stop needing them to set you free, you realize you were holding the key all along. Have you ever found yourself waiting for that final talk, that perfect apology, that moment that never came? How did you eventually create your own closure? Are you still in the middle of that journey now? Share your story in the comments. I always read them. And if this conversation feels like the reminder you needed, subscribe to STR TV, because here we talk about the truths that set you free, even when they hurt at first. Next time, we will talk about that quiet but powerful shift the moment you stop needing answers from them, and how that moment changes everything about your healing.